Well, I have my design done and it's ready to go onto my block. This is what it looked like originally, and in order to get it ready to go on the block, I needed to take one of these two pencils, either the ebony or a 6B, and go over those lines with pencil, which I have done. I carefully went over so I have a nice clean crisp edge and so that my lines are nice and thick. And then the next step is to transfer it to your block. What I'm going to do is flip this over like that. I'm going to make sure that I'm not smudging or smearing it because any of that pencil line is going to show up on my block. And then I'm going to carefully tape this to the side, and I tape it off of my block onto the table so that the paper doesn't move. Then I use any pencil that I have to go over the back, and I've used this as a sample before so you can see that there's already pencil lines on the back of this. I don't need to press super hard. I just need to make sure that I cover all of the area that I put the design on. And I'm also going to make sure that my paper doesn't move. It's fine if you go over the tape, it's a little tricky. We just need to get pressure on that space where the design was. Some kids go over and over their paper and that makes it move all over the place, and that is bad because it will leave a double image and then you won't know what to trace over. Okay, just about done here. I'm gonna peel this back and check it. Oh, looks good. Looks like I maybe missed a little bit of that ear. It's not gonna be perfect. Let's check down here. That looks like it came through too. So I'm gonna carefully remove my tape. I'm also gonna take the tape off of this so that when I have to put it in my folder, it doesn't stick to everything in the folder. And then you'll notice that the image reversed when it was transferred to my block. It will reverse again when I print it onto paper. Before you start carving it, you're gonna need to get some Sharpie markers, preferably the thick ones, and go over your lines so that you have a nice clean cutting line. This is the most important part, even more so than designing your image, because this is going to tell you exactly where you're going to cut, so you need to take your time. Here I see a little white spot, so I'm going to make sure I see that in my design too. If you rush this, you're going to have a really hard time knowing where to cut, and you're not going to be happy with your final image. I'm not concerned about some of this dirt that was already on the block because that is not going to print on my final design. Here I had an area of dark. Color that in. This is all staying black, so I'm going to color this in. Now there is some dust on the blocks, and they do that so they don't stick together in the box, and what happens is it is going to stick to the tip of your marker, so occasionally you might have to stop and kind of scribble your marker onto another page of paper so that it doesn't, let's see now. Oh, I should go back and look. I only had one white dot. I'm going to cover this one up. So you might have to scribble the tip of your marker occasionally so that it'll keep working because it gets covered with some of that dust. So as careful as you can, go back, look at your design, try to remember exactly what you did, and then keep in mind it's in reverse. So whatever I drew over there, I've got to draw it in reverse on my print, which is tricky. Your mind has to flip that image. All right, I'm going to finish this up and then I will see you for the next video, which is how to start carving your block.